First, you have to have a good idea. Then you have to build an armature,
a process sculptor Alan Cottrell knows very well.
I've done hundreds of pieces. I studied thousands of hours in New York City, the figure.
Ohio State has commissioned Cottrell to commemorate some of their most famous faces.
8-foot Woody Hayes, an 8-foot Jesse Owens.
And now,
a 7-foot Brutus for the Schottenstein Center.
In just a few weeks, Cottrell has come nearly 2/3 of the way through the bronze mascot. And he says it won't be long before the icon is complete.
I'll be done within 2 weeks if I continue to work real hard, which I will.
And he's not just sculpting for the Buckeyes, he's rooting for them.
I have a personal affinity for Ohio State and have had for 55 years. The entire time I was growing up here and playing football in the 1960s, I wanted to go play for Woody Hayes.
Once the bronze Buckeye is complete, he'll make the trip to Columbus just in time for basketball season.
I'm excited to have the thousands of people stand beside Brutus and do the HIO, because he's doing the O, and get their picture taken. I know tens of thousands of people will do that for the next 50 years.
For WHIZ News, I'm Candy Farrell. Cucumbers, potatoes, blueberries, and it's all for sale in the heart of downtown Zanesville. Unlike grocery stores, this produce didn't travel very far.
I'm located down on Route 60, just south of town along the Muskingum River.
We are 10 miles south of Zanesville, off of State Route 555 on Irish Ridge.
From farm to market,
The onion's a candy onion.
this produce is fresh,
Most of this was picked last night. Some of it was picked this morning.
but the best part is it doesn't just taste good,
It's my livelihood.
it does good. The market is open from 3 until 6:30 at the Muskingum County Welcome Center, and Thomas says if you wait to buy your blueberries, they won't be homegrown like his.
They will not be Ohio blueberries if you do that. They'll be Michigan blueberries or Wisconsin blueberries.
For WHIZ News, I'm Candy Farrell.
It's an exciting time, you know, for this to be the 5th time that we've gotten in the playoffs in the last 9 years. It's a big deal.
We know anything not going to playoffs and making a run is an unsuccessful season.
We went 9-1 during the regular season. We're one of 11 teams in school history to win 9 or more games, and we're trying to be, you know, the 3rd team in school history to win 10 or more games.
We want to go way further in week 11. We want to make it to the championship, hopefully.
We felt like we had the components to win a state championship with this team. So, but we know it's not going to be easy.
I know I have big responsibilities to come out and play. Just got to show my team what I can do.
Be able to play in front of our home community and all the excitement that brings to our school and our community and the parents and the players is just, you know, something that doesn't happen very often.
I think about that every day. I mean, nothing's guaranteed anymore. I mean, only thing guaranteed is playing on Friday, and got to give everything we have.
Before you know it, it can all be gone. So you better leave it all out there on the field and play every play.
A late chill for spring pollen release to be delayed this year. Now health officials anticipate a pollen explosion.
Ohio's long winters and the late fall tend to make for a particularly worse allergy season. So our allergy sufferers can start to prepare for a really severe and intense increase in pollen levels in the near future.
Even hearing reports of green or yellow pollen clouds in the air that really triggers both asthma and allergies.
People with asthma in particular seem to have a much harder time during allergy season. It's very important that they seek treatment to try and prevent any worsening or exacerbations of their asthma during the allergy season.
Davis recommends keeping track of the amount of time spent outside, removing outerwear before entering your home, and even jumping in the shower before turning out the light at night. If you know that you suffer when pollen is in the air, health officials say it's time to stock up.
Usually there is a lot of good over-the-counter options. So, I mean, if you're not sure if it's allergies or not, you probably should take a trip to your doctor.
For severe cases, pharmacists prepare prescriptions. Even if you've never had problems, Krieg says anyone could see symptoms at any time, so it's best to be prepared. Reporting for WHIZ News, I'm Bill Hughes.
It's been real rough to mow the lawn. You got to mow it whenever you can.
All the flower beds are just soaked.
The rain's been affecting more than just the lawns and the flower beds.
It's been a difficult growing season this year. You can't beat Mother Nature.
Bill Houston's been at it for a good chunk of his life now.
This field would be about 15 acres in this field. We raise, about 100 acres of vegetables.
But this year hasn't been an easy growing season.
Years like this, you remember the good years.
Okay, so let me break this down for you. Houston grows cucumbers, melons, tomatoes, but his main crop is peppers. And let's say this pepper represents 15 acres of his farmland. With all the recent rain and bad weather, his yield this year is only half. It's not the price at the grocery store that's going to change.
We're hoping not to lose more than 20,000 this year, but
We're talking dollars.
could be a lot more.
The rain isn't the worst of it.
If we get a hot spell with no rain in August, none of these crops have root systems. When you get that 90 degree and no water for 10 days, I worry a lot about all the crops we've got in this county, about how much damage. I think that's when the real loss is going to show.
For now, it's simply about perseverance.
You go too many years in a row and you start to question, do you really love this or not? As my dad used to say, if farming was easy, everybody'd do it.
Reporting in Dresden, Katie Donovan, WHIZ News.